The Zimbabwe Labor Tribunal has ruled against Nkululeko Rusununguko, a TV which is owned and run by the military. Apparently, this station had failed to pay its workers, who happens to be more than 70 for several months, and the workers decided to take this television station Nkululeko Rusununguko TV to actually the Zimbabwe Labor Tribunal. It appears the workers won that particular case in a judgment that I will actually read. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So I'm just trying, I will try to read as fast as possible. Let me actually read because it's a long reading. It says details of the hearing and the presentation. Now the case was referred to this tribunal referring to the Labor Tribunal after it was not put to finality by Mr. D. Makaure, a designated agent, who attempted to settle it by way of reconciliation. The hearing was conducted at the NRTV Harare offices. In attendance were, on the claimant's side, Ms. E. Nyamu Roba, Workers' Committee Vice Chairperson, Mr. D. S. Moyana, Workers' Committee Representative, Mr. J. Mutasa, Union Representative, Mr. A. Chabaya, Union Representative, and on the respondent sides were Mr. C. Kapondoro, a General Manager, Mr. C. Chakweya, HR, Mrs. B. Mandaza, a Company Secretary, Ms. H. Mazowe, Legal Practitioner, and Ms. B. A. Kote, a Legal Team. Background: claimants are employed by the respondent in various capacities. Claimants have asserted that they were not paid their wages by the respondent from December 2024 to September 2025. For reference, the schedule of arrears is attached. Having their follow-ups futile, claimants decided to register their dispute with the National Employment Council for reconciliation. At the conciliation, the designated agent's efforts did not come to fruition as the parties could not reach a consensus on the matter at hand. The concerned conciliator completed a certificate of no settlement and referred the matter to the tribunal for arbitration on the 9th of September 2025. Terms of reference: to establish whether there is non-payment of wages from December 2024 to September 2025 and to determine the remedy. So this is what the tribunal was supposed to do with this particular matter. Submission by the parties, claimants' submissions. Claimants submitted that they were not paid their wages by the respondent from December 2024 to September 2025, but were paid for the month of January 2025 and another $150 per person across the board, being part payment for the month. Things are hard in Zimbabwe. Of May. They claim that the non-payment of their wages was deliberate and that the respondent never communicated with them regarding the problems that the company was facing. The claimants relied on Section 12A 3 of the Labor Act 28/01 that instructs employers to pay wages at regular intervals. They also cited Section 8EI of the Labor Act which states that employers commit an unfair employers committing, I think it must be committing an unfair labor practice if they fail to comply with the collective bargaining agreement. It is also the claimant's submission that the employer violated Section 13.1 of the statutory instrument 247 of 2006, the principal CPA of the industry. In their written submission, the claimants prayed that the respondent pays their unpaid salaries for the period December 2024 to September 2025 in one installment on or before 31 September 2025, but then made a U-turn in their oral submissions and demanded that the salaries be paid to them within 7 days from the date of the hearing. Respondent submission. This is what the TV owned by the military responded. In response, the respondent's representatives submitted that they are disputing the number of claimants cited in the case, as some of the people included on the claimants list have since left employment in different months, hence cannot claim their salaries up to September 2025. The respondent also submitted that they are managerial employees who were included on the claimant list and they cannot be included in the dispute. To that effect, the respondent has attached Annex A with the deemed correct schedule of outstanding salaries. The respondent refuted the claimant's submission that it deliberately failed to pay the salaries and also argued that the claimants have been kept updated on the financial crisis that the company is facing. The respondent undertook to clear all outstanding salaries by the end of December 2025. The respondent's prayer is that it be given a grace period to clear the outstanding salaries by December 2025 using the correct schedule. Analysis of submission. Yes, so this is how this matter was analyzed by the tribunal. Submissions by the claimants show that a majority of them are still under the employee. They are still under the employment, I think that is what of the respondent. The respondent is not disputing the allegations of non-payment of wages from December 2024 to September 2025, excluding January 2025 and part May 2025, save for the number of claimants who are owed up to September 2025. The claimants did not dispute the computations done by the respondent and agreed that they be served upon the arbiter. To that effect, the respondent attached the correct list and salary schedule. It is worth noting that parties disagreed with the payment modalities as the respondent is proposing to pay all salary arrears in 3 months installments, October, November, and December 2025, while the employment party wants the salaries to be paid in one installment within 7 days as per their oral submissions. The respondent's proposal contravenes Section 13.1 of Statutory Instrument 247 of 2006, Collective Bargaining Agreement, Electronics, Communications, Radio, TV, Manufacturing, and Allied Industries, which instructs every employer to pay wages to each employee weekly, fortnightly, and monthly, as the case may be, on or by due date. It is again a violation of the fundamental rights of the employees as it undermines Section 61C that prohibits an employer from failing to provide such conditions of work specified by law. The respondent should take note that Section 6.2 of the Labor Act states that any person who contravenes Section 6.1c shall be guilty of an offense and liable to a fine not exceeding level 6 or to imprisonment to a period not exceeding 2 years or to both such fine and such imprisonment. In light of this, not paying wages to concerned employees, which this tribunal seek to determine thereof, amount to an unfair labor practice in terms of Section 8 EF IV of the Labor Act. Thus, the claim stands. The tribunal is convinced that if the respondent was indeed in financial turmoil, it could have utilized Section 34 of the statutory instrument 247 of 2006 and applied for exemption from any of the previous from any of the provisions of the industry statute. Moreover, this tribunal was not provided with any proof to support that the respondent is faithfully in a financial dilemma, save for the oral submissions, which cannot be substantiated. But on the basis of the above mentioned findings and in light of the terms of reference, I determine as follows. The claimants have not been paid their wages for the period December 2024, February 2025, March 2025, April 2025, May 2025 to September 2025. Two claimants are to be paid their outstanding wages for the period mentioned in one above within 30 days of the date of this award. So the television station that is owned by the military is the first time to actually hear that the military in Zimbabwe owns a television station which is called Nkululeko Rusununguko TV, NRTV, which is run by the Zimbabwe military. It has been found guilty of non-payment of wages to their employees. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members or the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Okan Mtlabane is signing off. Let me laugh.